Okay, all right. Hey everybody, how you guys doing? Hope you're having a nice Monday. Getting claimed to back to the midweek. Let me just make sure. Yep, I should be live right now. So, hey there. So let's dive right into it. Let's see, where were we last time? Well, we were in the middle of can I call it a debate, argument? I don't know, conversation with Manfred von Karma, where we thought that it was, well, basically what happened is that we noticed that a bunch of weird things were happening with the autopsy report, namely that it's been like, I don't know, a day or two since the body was found and still no autopsy report, which we felt was really weird. So we started asking about it, and what we realized after investigating is that well, what we suspected is that the body has been actually, well, it's been moved and that the police haven't found it, since the only evidence we have is just the crime scene photo, which was taken by Miss what's her name again? Yeah, Catherine, which was taken by Catherine. And later on, we saw like the body marking with chalk, but there was something weird, like the blood was gone there. And why would the blood be gone? So we started thinking about it, and soon enough, well, we found out, as Gregory says right here, that there were traces of the victim's blood found in the fountain right next to us, which should be really weird, especially if the body wasn't moved or taken straight to the morgue or police station. So that's our case right now. Let's keep going and try to take down Herr von Karma. There were traces of the victim's blood found in the fountain. Traces of Mr. Master's chocolate were also found in this very fountain. There you go, that's a chalk marking. And this is all chocolate, if you remember. So we found, like, it seems a piece of the chest is missing there, right? Right where the blood was. In other words, the blood was washed down the stream, which then flowed into the fountain. All of this points to only one possibility. After the body was removed, someone erased the bloodstains. Von Karma, where was the body really found? If you really found the body, you should be able to answer.
How do you know this information? How do you know the results of the water composition test in the fountain? Because I allowed them to investigate. Bad! Always a thorn in my side. From here on out, I will not allow you to associate any further with this case.
Oh, that might mean we're actually pretty close to the end of it then.
Not like you were letting me do much anyway.
Von Karma, you still haven't answered my question. Or are you admitting to the fact that you didn't find the body after all?
You say I never found the body? There is your evidence.
He's never going to confess.
I have nothing further to say to you. Gregory Edgeworth, this matter will be decided in court. We'll see just how well your logic holds up there.
Oh, he just faded away, apparently. Von Karma, I know your methods are wrong. I promise, without fail, I will expose the truth you've hidden. But, unfortunately... Oh, he didn't fade away. Detective Bad, I'm sorry. It's because you let me investigate that...
No, this was bound to happen sooner or later. This is also the first first time. I have been restricted in my investigation. Your theory that they never found the body sounds pretty close to the mark.
Oh, that I will make clear in court.
Huh. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know. Even though I'm no longer in charge of this case.
By the way, I'm trying something a bit different with my mic, so if it's too low or anything, please let me know, so I'll fix it. Then, though I'm very sorry about this, I have one more favor to ask of you. We want to look at the winter room, right? The ice room.
Hey, what are you guys whispering about? I want to know too.
This will be my trump card in court. The information I've gathered until now should be enough to prove Mr. Master's innocence. But if all else fails, I'll have this ready.
Your trump card?
Yeah, make her great again. You'll see at the trial.
Wow, I get to be at the trial too?
Of course. You are my assistant after all.
I'll be a nice attorney too next year. Von Karma will never beat the two of us.
Right. Although I hope to clear Mr. Master's name before you become a lawyer, if Von Karma is to be my opponent, he'll want the trial ended in a day.
That's right. We have to save Master Jeff as fast as we can. After all, this is you we're talking about. I'm sure you'll beat Von Karma.
Jeff Master, alone in a dark cell, arrested on false charges. I must expose Von Karma's lies if I'm to save him. Oh, hey, WCJ. I kind of forgot... DBK? I think DBK. Are you DBK? If not, if yes, hey, DBK. If not, hey, guest. I'm okay. Doing pretty well. Feeling a bit tired today, but all in all, pretty decent. How about you, my man? Got that, it is DBK! I guessed it right. Great to see you, buddy. So yeah, so I see you've bought yourself a personal NSA transmitter, huh? Pretty neat. Or not NSA, just like a way to have Microsoft CEO in your living room at any point. I'm just really, I don't know, I really hate Cortana. Like just the amount of time I had to go to like disable everything on Windows 10 that collects information of me was like really excessive in my opinion. All about being the big government. Nice, yeah. Well, you gotta choose the winning side, right? So can't fault you. Can't blame you on that. Oh, end of the flashback. I think that's the last flashback we'll be getting to. To be continued. Right now, let's keep going. We're only 9 minutes into the stream. How was your Thanksgiving, by the way, DBK? That's all Uncle Ray knows about the IS-7 incident. So that's what happened to my father's last case. The truth of the IS-7 incident.
What happened at the trial?
In the end, Von Karma defeated us.
So you couldn't prove Mr. Master's innocent?
We had gathered plenty of evidence to prove it. But Von Karma was even more despicable than we thought. He was a prosecutor who would do anything for his guilty verdict. It's pretty good, no complaint. Oh, that's great, buddy. Do you have any leftovers you can fax me? That's right. He really did use any means necessary.
Because of this, the trial dragged on for about a year, until it finally reached a conclusion.
No, it's only like usually, you know, like American people who were visiting or that did, oh yeah, basically immigrated. But sometimes, like if you know someone like that, maybe they'll throw like a little Thanksgiving gathering. Sometimes people do stuff for Christmas. It's such a big deal. Just these little Christmas parties. But no, Thanksgiving isn't really a thing here. Not even like a meme type of thing. But yeah, I always was kind of jealous of your Thanksgiving dinners. They always seemed or sounded really, really good.
I'll never forget that fateful day when the judgment was passed down, the 28th of December. And it's April now, so it's been a little over 17 years.
Oh, by the way, I said this earlier, but if I sound like I'm doing something a bit different with my mic, so if my mic volume is a bit too low, let me know. And I'll do something about that.
How time flies.
The 28th of December, 17 years ago, I was watching from the gallery that day. Oh, another flashback.
Before the trial, your old man noticed that Mr. Master was acting strangely. He was at the breaking point, both mentally and physically. He wanted to be found guilty.
No, Mr. Master didn't fake a confession, did he?
Yep, that was what Von Karma was aiming for from the start.
Oh, then yeah, that's kind of hard to fight that as a defense attorney.
When your old man tried to expose the fact that the body had not been found, Von Karma used the power of his police cronies to quash that argument. He even went as far as to prepare a fake autopsy report. And then, they made Mr. Master give a false testimony and confess to being an accomplice.
Accomplice to whom?
With Mr. Master's confession, the situation quickly became dire. But your old man had a trump card up his sleeve.
Was that the trump card he was talking to Detective Bad about?
Yep, that trump card was to be our insurance, in case Mr. Master confessed. He had asked Detective Bad to have Mr. Master's interrogation recorded.
Detective Bad wanted to know the truth too, huh?
After he was dropped from the investigation, he never stopped caring about the case. Even when he was involved with other large cases, he really was the definition of a true detective.
Oh yeah, they made a show about him, I think. 2 seasons. Oh, he's looking sharp in his court clothes.
The defense presented the recording, which proved that the confession was forced. Well, it seems the detective in charge of the initial investigation and interrogation, Replacer.
I realized it. I realized the pun as I said it out loud.
Replacer took all of the blame and was charged and dismissed. Still, at the trial, the old man exposed Von Karma's corruption, and Von Karma received his first penalty from the then chief prosecutor.
Nice. Okay, so that's how he got the penalty. That's good to know. The only penalty in his 40 years of prosecution. So I wasn't able to like beat him, but he still made a considerable dent. I mean.
However, Mr. Master didn't want the trial to continue any longer. The curtains closed on the trial that day with the verdict of guilty.
My memory of the time is fuzzy, but I was also there, watching my father's final trial. And I think his final regret became my own.
Your old man wanted a retrial to prove Master's innocence, but he passed on before he could fulfill his wish. After getting entangled in another case, it breaks my heart even now that I didn't return home with him that day. And what's more, to blind myself from my own worthlessness. Uncle Ray put all of his hatred on you as a traitor for being Von Karma's pupil. I'm sorry.
Don't be. It's natural you would hate me. I'm just too beautiful. After I became a prosecutor, I was able to get Von Karma to show me the case file. Mr. Master was found guilty for the murder of Isaac Dover.
Eh? That's not right. Wasn't Mr. Master found guilty of being an accomplice?
Yeah, but an accomplice to whom? But this case file says guilty of murder. There shouldn't be anything unresolved in the case. And the case is handled by Manfred Von Karma.
Wait, can I take a look at that file?
Looks like the charges have been rewritten. What?
Look at this.
The master, creator of the dessert contest. The victim's body was found inside dessert made by the suspect. This led to his arrest and in jail. He was diagnosed with hypoglycemia, and he was treated by medicine. After his own confession, he was convicted as an accomplice to the murder. Charges accomplice to murder?
This is a copy of the original case file I received from the courts.
Why would the charge be altered?
This file was given to you by Von Karma, right? Maybe he just didn't want you to know the truth, since you're Gregory's son. He would have wanted to avoid another retrial before the statute of limitations ran out after all.
So what I had become to believe back then had all been a lie.
If you didn't know about it, just make sure you know it from now on. Statute of limitations is long expired, but the truth still sleeps, right here. After your old man passed away, Uncle Ray took over as Mr. Master's defense attorney.
Also, he was a defense attorney by then. That's nice.
Although Von Karma also had another prosecutor to take over the case. Perhaps the thought that since his opponent was a rookie, he didn't even need to turn up. In the end, the real killer was never found. Mr. Master was found guilty.
No! Is there nothing we can do? Even now?
Since the killer was never found, we can't withdraw his confession. I found out after the trial that Mr. Master made a deal with Von Karma because Von Karma threatened him. If you don't confess, Catherine Hall will be held under the same charges.
That's terrible!
I don't think Mr. Master really thought that Kate was the killer, but to protect her, he faked a confession. Maz. On the day that Knightley boy was killed, what do you think Uncle Ray was at the prison?
Ah, I see!
You went to see Mr. Master, didn't you?
I said I'd visit him every day. Couldn't keep that promise, but I asked Kitty Pie to look in on him for me when I couldn't. rain or snow she went, every single day without fail. But nothing has changed. Mr. Master still serves his punishment.
That's so sad. Isn't there anything we can do?
That's why I came here. Because I know those ice sculptures would be on display here today. So, what are you gonna do, Miles? I am a prosecutor. My position is different from you and my father. Miles. But, moving past my position, what I want is Miles Edgeworth is to know the truth of these two cases. It is for that reason that I am here. You really are your father's son. Well then, if that's what you've decided, I'll support you all the way. I'd better leave the IS-7 documents and evidence with you then. Alright, here are the documents. By the way, parts in orange are Uncle Ray's old notes. Oh, that's actually interesting. I should check those out. Even right now. Is this it? Or yeah, it has to be it. Statute of limitations ran out on December 24th, 3 years ago. Because the victim's body vanished, there appears to be no autopsy report. Is that the true reason? Okay, so basically we know everything. Okay.
Well, if they never actually found the body, then how do they even know, like, what was the cause of death? Like, we can't even know for sure. He could have been, you know, asphyxiated. And then, like, you know, hit on the head or something to make him bleed.
Thank you. And now, here's the IS-7 evidence. There's a lot, so make sure to look over it while you investigate.
Just a lot of IS-7 evidence from Mr. Shields. Can I look at this right now? Oh, later. Yeah, I don't see it here, unless this is supposed to be part of it. No, same number of pages. Okay, I guess we'll be able to check through it later. Right. I'll check through it later.
Anyway, there's so many strange things about this case.
Indeed. Those involved in the case 18 years ago have reunited, and another incident occurs. Replicas of the statues from 18 years ago were displayed in the Winter Palace, and poison gas was released in the Autumn Palace, which had been disguised as the Winter Palace. The two chemicals in the Pisces case, normalium and phtalium, were mixed, causing an outbreak of poison gas. Who's your favorite waifu in the series? Oh, in the entire series. I think I'm gonna have to say Phoenix's waifu. I don't remember her name since it's been years, but I just remember that I liked her a lot and she was pretty cool. The what's it called? The psychic stuff I found kind of weird, but I don't know. She was pretty cool. Yeah, if I had to. Oh yeah, I'm a Maya boy all the way, man. How about you? Who's the best? Who's your best waifu? The victim of the poison gas was Dane Gustavia, a person involved in the IS-7 incident. Because he was unconscious, he received treatment in the Zodiac Art Gallery's infirmary. Same, yeah. Well, you know what they say about great minds. Finally, a dead body found floating in the fountain. And once again, the ice sculptures have melted. There are deep connections between the two cases. It's possible there's still some clues left from 18 years ago.
Right! Let's get started! Objection! Just 1 second. Don't tell me you've forgotten about me. Then I tell you that I'm the one in charge of this case. Prosecutor Edgeworth, if you intend to continue disrupting Sebastian's investigations, the word guilty will be added to your PIC report. What does she mean, guilty? Please allow me to assist in your investigation as before. I appreciate your proposal, but I'm afraid I must overrule it. That was fast! Even though we're short on hands to identify the victim right now, it's only...
The victim? Don't they know who the victim is?
It's only a matter of time until we figure it out.
In that case, I shall take that load off your shoulders at once. Oh, he knows, but they don't. Regarding the identity of the unidentified body, one person comes to mind. Oh, the girl. Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot. We just found, like, at the end of last week, we found a dead body of a woman in the fountain. I thought at first it was Catherine, but apparently not. Apparently she's unidentified. One person, though. I hope it's not Catherine.
Really? Then tell us.
Very well. It's not just the sculptures that have made a comeback from the incident 18 years ago. The body in the fountain is... Well, it's gotta be a woman. Oh man, I hope I'm wrong. It can't be Isaac Dover. After the body was found, it was somehow disappeared. I'm honestly not sure. Like, Catherine comes to mind, since she's the only woman, basically, that kind of resembles her. Delisha is way too short. Doesn't look anything like the body. Catherine has too much hair for it to be her. I don't know. Age dead. It doesn't matter. The game. Okay, I think I'm overthinking this, as I tend to do. That Isaac Dover, since he said that like a lot of things are making a comeback, so maybe even the body is making a comeback. It might have, like, she was the body was face down, so maybe with, like, you know, medium length hair, I could have mistaken it for a woman and not a man. Okay, I'm just not sure which one is more ridiculous. I think I'll go for... They would probably have been way more heartbroken if it was Catherine. So I'm gonna say Isaac and hope for the best. Take that! It's likely that the identity of the body is the victim of the murder that occurred here 18 years ago. But how is that even possible? Was he frozen in ice all this time? Isaac Dover. Huh. Hey Claude, don't remind me, man. That was fucking bullshit. I never even played Othello. How you doing though, buddy? How's it going? Oh, I was sorry to hear that that cutie had a boyfriend. That's kind of a dick move on her for not, like, you know, dropping it casually in the conversation before you made dinner for her. But hey, at least I don't know. At least you had a company. That's always nice. Maybe she'll have cute girlfriends to introduce to you. There's lots of good that can come of it, I think.
It's Archie's body! Hey, who's that? I've never heard of them.
Dude, take the dinner back.
Mr. Isaac Dover. A truly great sculptor. But he was better known as Pierre Hoquet.
fucked my wife's son. Oh man, Claude. Were you gentle with him? You see, he's unborn as of this time, or unconceived even. So whatever time-traveling fuckery, literally, you were doing, I hope you were doing it well. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you made sweet, tender love to my wife's son. We're all family now. Yeah, you're part of the family now, Claude. Fuck my wife's son. You're part of the gang.
The sculptures on display here in the museum are all his creations. Ah, so in other words, that sculpture was the best. Somehow, I feel a strong kinship to him.
Oh, I get it now. He wasn't dead at all. Right? Someone must have faked his death, since they never found a body, really. Well, Catherine found a body, took a picture of it, and after that, as far as we know, it disappeared. Like, none of the police saw it or something, I think. Or maybe, I don't know, even if he was found by the police, maybe he could have... No, it's likely that once the police found him, like, he wasn't unattended. Until... So, I don't know. I'm not really sure about the timeline at the moment. Maybe it says something over here to, like, jog my memory or just make things clear. Inside doesn't know. The arrest in jail was diagnosed. Confession, blah blah blah. The contest, the cause of death, the body was found in the defendant's room. Nothing special. Okay, I guess there's nothing about that.
Ah, so in other words, that sculpture was the best. Somehow, I feel a strong kinship to him. And he was the victim in the IS-7 incident.
She knew about the IS-7 incident.
Prosecutor Edgeworth is the IS-7 incident. The IS-7 incident occurred 18 years ago.
If you know anything, you should know that he obviously should know, like, when it happened.
And what's more, the police reported the removal of the body.
That's what's on the record, but I wonder if that really is the truth.
What are you saying?
The defense attorney in the IS-7 incident claimed that the body was never found.
So yeah, there we go. So it's possible that he faked his death. And that no one was to blame back then. I don't know why he would do that. I can think of a number of reasons. So that means that there was no killer. And that he maybe just waited. It doesn't answer all the questions, but it certainly answers a few of them. But if he is really dead this time, it doesn't answer, like, who killed him this time.
Not that the prosecution will ever admit to such a thing.
Hello?
Really? Is something wrong, Sebastian?
No, it's just... They said that they know who the victim is. It's just as that prosecutor says. It's Dover.
No. It can't be.
It would seem my father's suspicions were correct. What is it, Judge Courtney? Have you finally realized that I'm much more helpful than Mr. DeBest?
Hey, you... Are you trying to steal the best position for yourself?
I'm doing no such thing. I just want to know the truth. And for that to happen, we need to cooperate, no?
The truth is none of your concern.
Objection.
Objection. I don't think that's true, Courtney Pye.
You again.
Uncle Ray assisted the defense attorney involved in the IS-7 incident. The one who claimed that Mr. Dover's body was never found. The prosecution denied it at the time, but now the body has been discovered here. In other words, the IS-7 investigation was unjust. And isn't it the duty of the PIC to investigate corrupt prosecutors? Then, wouldn't you want to cooperate with those who were involved in the case? Unless you have an ulterior motive.
Now that I think about it, Judge Courtney knew about the IS-7 incident.
And before Judge Courtney is just like Manfred von Karma in disguise or something. He's just gonna, you know, reach for a zipper in the back of his head, pull it all the way down.
So it would seem she really is here because of the PIC. Even if you're related to the incident, I don't see how Prosecutor Edgeworth is.
Oh.
Hold it. He's the son of the attorney in that case, and a prosecutor taught by von Karma himself. And what's more, he was in the audience at the IS-7 trial. I'm sure there are many points he can enlighten us on.
Very well. I will allow you to cooperate. However, your investigation must not hinder the other investigators. The Winter Palace is currently being investigated, but the Fountain Patio is open to you.
That's my Courtney part. Now we're talking. As thanks, I will allow you to have a hug with Uncle Ray.
That's such a creep.
Overruled. If I feel your cooperation isn't needed, I will have to ask you to leave.
Understood.
Isn't that great, Miles? Now we can start investigating.
You really helped us there.
Uncle Ray did it all for himself.
If I remember right, DBK, I think he made her like carbonara sauce, pasta with carbonara sauce or something. Which sounds really good. And Claude is slowly becoming quite the cook, I've heard. Quite the chef.
Alright. Uncle Ray is going to investigate too. So let me know if you figure something out.
Got it. That's it? We're just starting to investigate? Right then. Okay. Let's begin the investigation.
Okay, let's do this!
You still don't know where Mr. Dover's body and the Normalium were hidden.
We don't have enough information to go on.
You're right. Our first priority is the Normalium. What's that? 1 Bitcoin is now almost $9,600. Nice. Spaghetti carbonara. Traditional. How many of those do you have, Claude? Or maybe that's like none of my business. Anyway, hope you're doing well on the market there.
Well, Normalium is used in washing detergents, paints, and the like.
If I recall, it's a red liquid with a minty aroma. Could it be part of a dessert or something?
Well then, let's get looking for that Normalium.
Okay, just had to get a bit of that. 0.1. Well, that's still pretty good, I think. That means you got like 9, almost I'm bad at math, I'm sorry. Almost $1,000, dude. That's like really good. Okay, so I don't seem to have infected myself with salmonella either, so yeah. That's a good sign usually. Yeah, and you know, like even in the, if you look at the worst case, you still got like, you know, to try out a recipe, work on your skills. It's all good. But I had like 0.2 if I knew what I was doing. Well, you can try, like, I know that on the side, more and more people are interested in Bitcoin. You might, like, start a small mini community or a group or something around it. There's Sim and Wash, obviously. I think there was someone else asking around lately. I don't quite remember who, but he might pop up again. Anyhow, let's get going. So, I think we'll talk to everybody last. Let's just start looking at shit.
Sculptures of a man with the face of a moon and a woman with the face of a sun. The man looks kind of gloomy, though. Were these also made by Pierre Hoquet?
Yes, it seems he made these in his youth, when he was enthralled with the stars.
The piece likens the relationship between the moon and the sun to something closer to home.
Could be I honestly don't remember. Could have been Strom, but I don't quite remember.
The piece is entitled My Parents. I think we know who wore the pants in that marriage.
Oh, it's the same. We went past that. Same about this? Oh, come on. Okay. So got all this. What about these?
They're statues of a couple in Roman costume. Are these by Pierre Hoquet too?
I think these were made in the middle years of his life, at the height of his fame. He modeled them after the Roman gods, at the request of his beloved wife. The piece is entitled Venus, the Goddess of Beauty, and her manservant.
I think it's obvious who wore the pants in that relationship.
Is that gonna be her new catchphrase? Because I love it. I love it if, like, at the end of every paragraph of, I don't know, dialogue, she'll just be, I think I know who wore the pants in that relationship. And then... yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing that. On this service card, Miss Hall has prepared her tea set.
According to the pamphlet, the museum is also famous for its tea.
Yes, it certainly had a flavorful, rich taste. Oh, hey Sam, how you doing, my man?
It seems this tea set was also made by Mr. Dover.
Oh, so the tea set was made by the victim. Let's take a closer look. I see it does have a thing with stars. How about behind the curtain? Oh, nice. Yeah, DBK was asking earlier if anybody knew of any good deals. Anything you might recommend, Sam? There's not a single stain on this pure white tablecloth.
Take hold of the edge and focus your mind. Then in one go, pull!
I don't know, I think it was just asking in general. You're gonna have to ask him. He might still be around. But I think he was just talking about like general Cyber Monday deals, like just anything good. Technology related, I'm assuming, but I really don't know. Okay, I hope you're not planning to do anything bad. 8700K system, 2 Raspberry Pis, and NAS upgrade, and a few mark. Wow, nice. Nice batch you got there. Actually thinking about it, I should have bought like my headset and mic. I should have waited like another month or so and bought them right now. But whatever, it's not that big of a deal.
No, don't worry. Even if I fail, the tablecloth would just be dyed a nice black a la tea.
The tablecloth looks better white. Please refrain from changing it.
I wonder about that. It might look better in another color, like pink or blue. Or tea.
Well, I know who wears the pants in that relationship. Yeah, this is definitely becoming a thing. I'm really enjoying it. Okay, what's this?
There's a container with Ceylon tea leaves in it. To prevent exposure to sunlight and moisture, the container is airtight and made of tin. I wonder if, first of all, if Ceylon tea leaves are actually a real thing, and if they smell minty. Right now I'm just looking for anything minty to work with our normalium.
This should help preserve the quality of the tea leaves.
Okay.
There's not a single
Oh. Wasn't aiming at the tablecloth, but whatever. Let's start with this.
So, this tea set was made by Isaac Dover.
Oh, nice. Pretty sweet sim. 40 inch. Is it a smart TV too? I think they only sell smart TVs now, don't they? I bet they do, especially Samsung.
Fancy stuff, huh?
Okay, I'd say this tea set is worth thousands of dollars. Please be careful with it.
This tea set is such a treasure?
Please don't look so excited. If I recall correctly, Miss Hall was a huge fan of Mr. Dover.
Teapot data. Favorite teapot made by Pierre. Okay. Oh, I guess that's it for that part.
Hey, Edgy! What is it?
Smart TV apps for Plex, Netflix, and nice, yeah. Yeah, Netflix is a nice little addition. Actually, me and the GF actually bought Chromecast, which is pretty sweet. It's a pretty good solution for most stuff. Samsung Link Steam app can do 4K while the stream. Really? Actually, I can imagine that. Well, it's not ideal, but I can see how it would happen. So yeah, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, when we'll I don't know. Someday we might get a Steam Link too. But yeah, the Chromecast is pretty sweet. It's pretty fucking nice. Like before that, we just used she still has an Xbox 360, so we just used like the Netflix app on that, but it was really slow and kind of annoying. So that's a lot of fun. Plus, you know, like instant YouTube, instant like I can watch streams on that TV. $5 stream at that. Yeah, but the thing is, like, we live separately, and I don't have a TV, so I don't feel like any reason to buy a Steam Link right now. Since my gaming PC is a desktop and at my place, I just don't see a reason. Kind of regret not getting it for $1, but still, I think it can wait until the day when I either we move in together or I get a TV.
Be careful with that teapot! Why must I be warned by him of all people? Madame et Monsieur.
I don't use a TV these days either. Then why get isn't the Steam Link specifically to link games to your TV? Oh, your Plex and your desktop, I see. I live like Raiden in MGS2. Why did he not live? Oh, right, he was in training. What is your TV is for news? And what do you watch stuff on? Whoops, my bad. Any HDMI enabled display can use Steam Link. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. I assume that's gonna change though with a new like 40-inch TV, like a new projector. Fair enough. I was also thinking of like, if I had a bigger place, I was thinking about getting a projector instead of a TV. Since that seems like, I don't know, just a better option these days for the most part. But the GF is a big fan of stuff like that. She's a hipster, so she likes like VHSs too, and that can only connect to old TVs. So she's got a bunch of those. You know how they are. 40-inch in conjunction. Ooh, wow. That's gonna make some really great fucking watching experience, I bet. VHSs are rad, yeah. She's got a huge collection. It's like half of her living room is just VHS tapes. And she's got the weirdest stuff because she keeps collecting what people throw out. So there's like a lot of, stuff that people just recorded. Like not actual VHSs, just stuff that people recorded in the 90s. With like a lot of old-timey commercials or like a random episode of Ali G. Just like weird shit like that. That's a lot of fun to watch. Scanlines, yeah. Yeah, all that good shit.
Would you care for some tea?
Miss Hall.
Oh, Katie.
What's that? This connection. Isn't that an old movie though? I remember they did something similar. Like a collection of a bunch of short movies that I think was typed VHS. Because like what's connecting all of them, the story connecting all of them is like a guy finding like all the short movies on VHS tapes, plays them one after the other. Cassettes. Well, yeah, but that's exactly the thing, Sim. They're looking for like the whole idea for lo-fi is, looking for shit formats to get that. I don't know how to call it exactly. Crispy feel? I don't know. But you know that feel. That's the thing. So that's why. Well, not records. Records are actually probably the best format still for audio, as far as I know. So maybe lossless? I don't know. I don't really know enough, I suppose.
No, I'm fine, thanks. Kay and Edgy, you guys can have some.
Hmm? Well, since you asked, you might as well take a short break.
Certainly.
That's also true, but I don't know. Cassettes just like seem, or tape in general, just seems like a pretty bad format to me, to my uninformed self, for, containing data or media.
Thanks for the tea. Wow, it's so tasty. What kind of tea is this, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's Ceylon tea, known for its citrus aroma. However, Miss Hall, is this the same tea you served us this morning?
Oui, that's right. Was it not to your liking?
No, it's not that. The tea we had this morning has a slightly different aroma. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think there's something with the tea and like, minty aroma and maybe normalium. Hey, Chairs, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Oh, did you see that link I sent you? On Steam?
Huh? How bizarre. It is the same Ceylon tea I served this morning.
Well, yeah, not just the kind, also the kind of music, but just like, your personal taste or what you're trying to do. Like, I dig a lot of the lo-fi stuff, too. Yeah, exactly, that kind of stuff. And I find myself liking some hipster stuff, too. Which is cool. But, I don't know. Like, it's okay... I don't know, we're getting into a whole discussion here, I feel. About, like, hipsterisms. Oh, I wish. You ain't got nothing? Aw, man, I'll try and look for it. And send you again. I sent you, like, it was a quick, like, GIF or WebM or something of a guy building a small house for his rat. So I thought you'd enjoy that. If I see it again, I'll send you. Oh, you got it. Nice. So yeah, hope you enjoy it, or it might come in handy.
there shouldn't be anything different about it.
What's wrong with you, Edgy? Quit nitpicking about the tea Katie so kindly prepared for you.
Larry, what are you getting so upset about?
I'm not upset. You're just being a rude jerk. And I told you to call me Laurice. Sheesh! I'm not gonna talk to you anymore.
What a fucking... What's wrong with him? It's like arguing with a child.
Maurice, I wonder what's wrong.
I'd like to ask him that later myself. And I also need to speak with Miss Hall. I don't have any evidence that shows she is the culprit, but I dare say she is the one who set up the poison gas trap. Yeah, that would be quite likely, actually. Okay, so I think we're done with this. There's this that I really wanted to check. What the fuck is this? Puke stain or something? This smell and this color. Don't tell me this is a puddle of tea.
Huh? There's a piece of pottery in the middle of the puddle.
Interesting. With pH in the design, yeah, it's whatever his name is. The sculptor. Pierre, I forgot his name.
I wonder what broke.
I think I recognize the design. I should probably show this to that man and see what he has to say. That man? I'm not sure. Oh, probably Ray. But let me keep looking around for a bit first.
There's a vase of tulips in front of this door.
Probably because this is the Spring Palace.
You know, speaking of spring, it's the moving season. People who have just moved always let their guard down. So, it's also thieving season.
As a great thief, did you think burglary is a little beneath you?
You're right.
Okay, that was easy. What's this? This trolley. This lift trolley has just been left here. I wonder if it was used recently to carry something heavy, like a body maybe. The surface of the platform appears to be wet.
I remember seeing this lift trolley somewhere before.
Yeah, me too. Just can't remember where. Might have been the winter room, or autumn room.
You mean during the IS-7 incident?
Ah, that's right. I remember now. It was in Dover's room.
Yeah, it did feel out of place even back then.
If I remember correctly, it was used to transport the ice sculptures. The lift trolley had a feature that allows you to adjust the height and angle of the platform. With just one of these, a single person could move the sculptures all by themselves.
Okay, cool. The surface is wet. That's... I don't know, maybe there was ice on it? Maybe it's the body that was found in the water? I'm not sure.
Wow! How convenient! I want one too!
Why is there a lift trolley here? Guess that's something we'll need to think about.
Yes, it could be related to the case. Okay, so that's another thing. I'm gonna talk to everybody later. Can you examine it? The shelf of trophies commemorating Isaac Dover's work is Pierre Hoquet. He truly was a first-rate artist. There are quite a number of trophies lined up here.
I remember you have some trophies too, Mr. Edgeworth. I would love to have some too. If only there were a contest for thieves. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? We could hold one at the prosecutor's office.
Don't mind you holding a contest, but all the participants would be arrested. Actually, don't they do something similar? Like, I know there's competitions for lockpickers. And like, I know there are guilds of lockpickers. And like, they're not, like, it's against, I think you get kicked out of the guild for picking a lock that you don't own or something. Like, you have to own every lock that you pick. So it could work something a bit like that, you know. Especially if it's in the... It also could be a great way to, you know, actually trap thieves if they're dumb enough to try and break into the prosecution. Anyway. On the shelf are trophies commemorating Isaac Dover's work as Pierre Hoquet. Oh, same thing. Okay. These guys.
There's a maple tree in front of this door.
But that door leads to the Winter Palace. Maple trees are autumn trees, so this must have been placed here as a red herring.
Well then, how about we freeze it to make it look like a maple tree in the winter?
Please don't complicate matters any further. Of course, Christmas tree? What kind is it? Pine or something? No, it's not pine. Fir.
There's a fir tree in front of this door.
But that door leads to the Autumn Palace. Fir trees are winter trees, so this must have been placed here as a red herring.
Well then, why don't we paint it an autumn red?
Okay, fir trees are green all year round.
I knew that.
Okay, so that's all then. Let's just check out these statues, I think, and then start talking to people. Oh. Yeah, we also did, yeah. Same text as before. Is this going to be the same too?
It's a statue of a brave warrior fighting a snake. Was this also made by Pierre Hoquet?
It appears to be one of his early works when he was enamored with fantasy and myths. The statue represents his heroic resolution to oppose hopeless difficulties in his youth. The title is The Moth Test.
I knew that feeling all too well.
I gotta say I share that. Okay, so, nothing in the fountain, right? Nothing special. It appears the body has already been recovered by the police.
Why was the body of the victim from 18 years ago found floating in the fountain? I mean, wouldn't the body have gone all goopy after 18 years?
I don't know if I would call it goopy. It certainly would have required a special method to preserve the body.
Yeah, I wonder if such a method even exists. Hey, Mr. Forensic Guy, any new information?
Yes. Normalium and phthallium have been detected in the fountain water. They have flowed through the stream from the Autumn Palace to the fountain.
Cyber Monday deals are shit. I also know video. Oh, okay. So hi Duncan, even though you can't hear me.
Aside from the chemicals, we also find high levels of sugar. Well, we're working hard on investigating it.
Sugar in fountain water? What could have caused that? Sounds a bit like what they found 18 years ago. But that doesn't really add up. Okay, so let's start talking to everybody left to right. Or clockwise. Miss Hall, where have you been until now?
I was showing the remaining guests out and handing out complimentary gifts as an apology. Did you require my services?
Yes. A few things I want to ask you about. My suspicions are correct. She's the one who set up the poison gas trap. So let's ask her about it. Point blank. How exactly did you prepare the melted sculptures from 18 years ago?
Oh my! So you know about what happened 18 years ago? It's because 18 years ago, I photographed Monsieur Dover's sculptures. Using the photos as the base, I managed to create replicas.
Replicas?
The Zodiac sculptures had been an unfinished work, so I wanted to complete it somehow. because I am the one who accidentally minted Monsieur Dover's sculptures. Could you tell me why the Autumn Palace resembles the Winter Palace so much? Well, my apologies. Did they really look so alike? I think I may have gotten some of the decorations mixed up. She's obviously lying. But I haven't gathered any evidence to prove that yet.
So that's it? Do I have... Oh, I probably need to present something to her. Let's see. The trolley... No, he said a man. Even though she would probably know what that is too. Well, it's pretty obvious. Just not sure what it belonged to. Yeah, doesn't hurt to try.
I don't know. I don't know. A whole lot about the case. Ah, I'm so sorry.
Why is Kay singing along with her? Okay. So anything else I might be able to ask her? Family photo, teapot. Well, it's Kate's favorite teapot. I might as well try. Just get, yeah, she doesn't know anything. Oh, gas burner maybe. Let me try. Let me just try some stuff. No. Okay, maybe I haven't found yet what I need to present her. Or maybe I'm just not supposed to present her or anything right now. Oh!
That's a special fluorescent cloth I received from Madame Delicia. Could you tell me how many cloths she gave you? There were 4. The Autumn Palace also had fluorescent cloths, but I feel like I saw one more. It seems she's hiding something.
Well, we can't know what right now, huh? Okay. We'll get back to her, I suppose. It's 380, but you got it. Oh, that's a great fucking price. That's a really great price. 400 too. Like that is way better than the prices over here. My girlfriend just bought like a new laptop and it cost her, and she didn't want like, you know, a super sophisticated one, just like, you know, for like internet, Word, and a bit of like Photoshop and maybe video editing, but nothing heavy, just like maybe as a hobby. And costs her in dollars, it would be like $800, something like that. Maybe a bit, yeah, between $600 and $800. It's a gaming laptop, so even more so. And that's an even way better price. Laptops make especially good deals since they tend to be referred. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I gotta say, I got my... Well, I know, a gaming laptop is kind of fun, but it's also a lot of fun to just have your battle station where you're just comfy and nice. You got a proper mouse, you got a proper keyboard, you got 2 screens. It's also a lot of fun. Oh yeah, video games are the worst, dude. Why would you ever play them? They're all bad. All of them are bad. Except, you know, the very first games in the 80s. That's when we, like, you know, we peaked. Miles, how's the investigation going?
Well, little by little, I'm beginning to see the entire truth behind this case.
Oh, that's good to hear. Uncle Ray had better not fall behind either.
This case seems to have a lot in common with the case 18 years ago.
I agree. Samantha dies in the Winter Palace, and the body of the victim from 18 years ago.
I wonder why nobody ever noticed the body was missing after all this time.
The only family Mr. Dover had was a young son.
Oh, that's right. Maybe he's a part of this? Yeah, his son was friends with, like, Gustavia's son. Interestingly enough. Oh man, Grim Fandango. They really should make a movie about that game, but like a good one. With, you know, Tim Burton-esque animation. Kind of like, you know, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Kind of like claymation stuff. And it would make such a good movie. I actually tried. Well, Don can't hear me, but I already played it. I think I even streamed it once. I love it. I love that game. And there's the remastered version they did now, which seems really cool. And also, I think I actually even tried to write a script, like a short script based off of Grim Fandango a couple of times. Just like, you know, taking the idea of a travel agent for the dead, which is absolutely fucking brilliant, I think. Anyway, so he had a young son, which has to have something to do with this case.
His son, and Mr. Gustavia's son, who attended the same elementary school. After the case, they both went missing.
What?
What? And they haven't been found yet?
You mean the two kids were missing? That's fucked up, especially if Mr. Dover wasn't actually dead.
I haven't heard any news about Mr. Gustavia's son being found.
What the? That is fucked. It's the very fucking bottom, but it's there. It means someone just requested, but I'm not doing the poll right now. I'm like taking a break for it for a while. Because I feel like it's not working the way I wanted it to, or I intended. For 2 is a mess, but 1 is cute and comfy. I don't know, man. They were both kind of nice. I did feel I didn't get my money's worth, though. I agree that I thought 1 is cute and comfy. I was a bit disappointed, I think, in 2. It's not a mess, it's just like a rehash of the first one, in a sense. Like, some of the puzzles are similar, all of there are no new locations. It was pretty simple, it wasn't a very difficult game. I mean, it's not a bad game, you can see that effort was put into it, but it didn't... I know, Elijah Wood was a great actor, and a good voice actor too. I've seen some of his good shit. I don't feel like he did his best work over there. And like I said, I felt like it didn't get my money's worth. Because I was pretty hype after part 1. I was pretty hype for part 2 to see where they'll take it. And just feeling like they just backtracked all the way to the beginning. Just, I don't know, it didn't feel right to me. Like, it's a cool idea that they switched places, I think. But they could have added some new locations or did some stuff differently, I feel. And I'm like, this is like a big fan of Double Fine talking. Like I put a lot of money to, what's it called? I bought a bunch of their games and I put a lot of money to the Psychonauts 2 Kickstarter. I'm super hyped for that. But yeah, not all of their games are amazing, even though they do some really cool shit. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on Broken Age.
And because of that, Mr. Dover never had a proper funeral. That way, they were able to make it look like the body had been in police custody. The autopsy report had also been forged, so nobody but the defense ever found out.
What karma? You would go that far? Okay, I think that's all I got for him. Oh no, wait. He said we might want to show this to him. He said that map. I can only think of Ray. This will be, relevant for.
Ah, This, eh? This evidence holds the so-called key to the case, right?
I think it's a generic response.
It's possible. Yep. Then hold on to it closely. Hurry, hurry, put it away.
Doesn't think much about this. Okay, so nothing special about that. I don't think the rest is very special to him too. Rocks on land, that's a photo. And all the rest is just stuff that he supplied me basically, so I don't think I got anything to present to him. No, I'm not even gonna talk to those guys, they're too annoying. They're probably totally clueless.
Oi! How's this investigation coming along? Have you found anything?
Double Fine is great. Tim Schafer is my boy. He's not great at managing money, but he makes... Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I keep saying. He's a great fucking... he's a great fucking artist and designer. And producer of games. He's just... Well, maybe not producer, because he I don't know. There's some... I've seen the videos, and there's some weird shit that he seems to be doing with, like, his connections to Fig and money and stuff. And he I don't know, did some bad choices regarding money, and it feels like he doesn't really know how to handle it properly or manage it. But it's undoubtable that he's like a great artist and that he can make great games artistically and gameplay wise too, not just like, you know, artistic design. I think if they would, I don't know, if Double Fine, I wonder who's Double Fine's chief. What's the title of the guy who's responsible for the money? Not a COO, CFO. I wonder who Double Fine's CFO is. And if it's Tim Schafer, they definitely need to get a new one. But like, I think they need a guy to like, you know, really like manage the money, so Tim can just do like what he's good at. But maybe he doesn't want to. I don't know what's going on there. What? Oh, sorry. Chief Moneymaker. Yeah. I think it's CFO. I think it's Chief Financial Officer, something similar like that.
Hi! Not quite, actually. We haven't found any clues yet. You're doing it wrong. Hoi is only used when you're showing someone something. Also, yes, C is used to confirm and is also a greeting. Eep is used when you are afraid. Fi is used when you don't like something. Oi is used when you're calling someone.
The Chav Guide to proper language.
I see. I didn't know it was that deep. Oi, Mr. Edgeworth, did you catch all of that?
Okay, be more serious.
Yes, see.
Okay, what about our guy? Our boy, Maurice. Larry, tell me what you're hiding.
You two, stop glaring at each other like that.
I'm not glaring, Kay. I'm using my artist perspective. Edgy's the one who's glaring.
Then, if you know what's good for you, you will tell me what you're hiding right now.
No way, dude! Did I say that I'm not talking to you anymore?
Aren't you talking to me right now?
From now on, I'm definitely not talking to you anymore.
I'm not going to get anywhere like this. Looks like I have to force it out of him. Oh, I thought we were going to do the chess minigame. Larry, what are you hiding?
Hey, come on! Mr. Edgeworth, this isn't the time to be playing around, you know?
I wasn't playing around.
Still, it looks like Maurice won't be talking anytime soon.
He isn't going to talk to us willingly. We just have to force him to talk. I may just have something on what he's hiding. I should present that to him and see what he says. Ah, now I get it. So yeah, we're gonna present him the broken piece of whatever this is, art or pottery. He's probably the one who broke it, and he's nervous about that, because that's just the butts. Harry, take a look at this.
What's that?
Larry, I've got a feeling that what you're hiding is related to the tea and this pottery shard. Well, if you're not going to talk to me, you can always hand this shard over to Judge Courtney.
Wait! I'm trying to keep a clean image for Justy.
Dude, you have a girlfriend.
I don't want her to see how I dirty myself.
I can't imagine what part of you can be considered clean, but if you don't want her to declare you guilty, I suggest you speak truthfully now.
I got it! I'll tell you!
Larry, it's time you confess to what you've done.
Oh, how can I be so cruel to your best friend?
The same way you can be so dishonest to your best friend.
Well, if you stop glaring at me, I'll promise to tell you the truth this time for sure. I just thought I'd pour Justy some tea, but my hand kind of slipped a bit, and it broke. I accidentally broke the crazy expensive teapot!
The butts strikes again. Why am I not surprised?
Oh boy, you've really done it this time, Maurice.
What should I do, Edgy? Katie will hate me!
Crying to me about it won't solve anything. First, you should apologize to Miss Hall. Oh wow, he's really going for it.
Is that so? My teapot was...
Katie, I'm so sorry! I don't have any money, but I'll draw you as many portraits of you as you like.
Please kindly raise your head, monsieur. It is I who should apologize. I did notice the broken shards. It's dangerous, so I'll tidy up the broken pieces. Allow me to take this piece from you as well.
Isn't this tea set one of Isaac Dover's works? I heard that it was very important to you.
Oui, but there is no use crying over spilled tea. Besides, I still have another one of those teapots left.
Is she not as attached to Dover's works as she used to be?
Katie, you're so kind! Oh, the other teapot you were talking about, is that the one on that card?
Oui,
Truth is, when I was trying to hide the broken shards, I looked under the card. And I found a teapot that looked exactly the same, so I switched them.
Switch the broken teapot with another teapot. Okay.
vraiment?
Yeah, everything's cool now. I took great care to make sure no one would break that pot.
You! Don't brag about when you were the one. Don't brag about that when you were the one who broke it in the first place.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't mind. Thank you for your consideration.
Edgy, Katie is a real nice lady, isn't she?
You should reflect on how you cause trouble for people like her.
Okay, when I make it big as an artist, I'll donate paintings. fact, I'll even welcome you as my own personal model.
I think it should be better if you just stopped causing trouble. I hope you haven't done anything else.
I haven't! I just stood around sketching beauties.
Sketching beauties?
If you're interested, I can let you take a peek.
I guess even Mr. Edgeworth is interested in beauties.
It's not like that. I just thought it might be another one of his strange paintings.
How dare you! I'm very confident in my work this time.
Ooh, I want to see too.
And before it's PG-13.
Oh, I'm glad you're so honest about it, Kay. I'll get it ready, so come check it out later.
I guess I'll have him show it to me later. Oh, maybe now. About that sketch you mentioned just now.
What? If you wanted to see my art, you should have been honest about it from the start. Look, here it is.
Oh, that was quick. Wow. Actually, that's not bad. What is this?
Already told you. It's a sketch of beauties. But just to be clear, the beauties only refers to Justy and Kate. That other plump lady had nothing to do with that.
Then why did you draw her on the same page?
Well, I was taking a break from my still life paintings when those beauties caught my eye. I guess I just drew them on the same page without thinking.
So, you're saying that the pictures on this page were each drawn separately? What is she doing over there, by the way, Miss Delicious? Looks like she's watching something in a panic. Maybe a fabric or something, I don't know.
Huh? Oh yeah, I may have drawn them at different times. By the way, there's a drawing of the beautiful little Miss K on another page.
Wow, beautiful, huh? Thanks.
Larry, you drew this exactly as you saw it, correct?
Well, yeah, even I can't draw what I can't see. I recreated the scene perfectly, even the delicate shades.
Delicate shades, huh? I didn't want to admit it, but this picture might be of help to the investigation. The contents of this sketch, and the service cart in the fountain patio. It seems there's a contradiction between the two. I'd like to expose this contradiction using my powers of deduction. Could I borrow this sketch for a while?
Sure, I could even sign it for you if you like.
I think I'll pass. Sketch of beauties. Okay, I think we need to go to talk to Catherine about that. Okay, I think that's it for him. Let me try and ask her, or if not, just go directly to the cart maybe.
Oh my, is this moi?
Yes, it's a sketch done by our pseudo artist over there.
This sketch is really well done. Are you giving it to me as a commemoration gift?
No, for the time being, this is a valuable piece of evidence.
I see. Too bad.
To garner such a response from the museum curator, that man has some unexpected talent. Okay. So that didn't go as well as I hoped, but what if I just examine it? No, that doesn't help me. I'm pretty sure the contradiction is that here there's just like a bunch of candy, and not the entire tea set. If I look at this... There we go, deduce. So I'm thinking about, like, you know, all of this basically, and then I'll choose the painting.
Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I heard?
Well, let's see.
Eureka! This spot contradicts the evidence.
Really? I don't see it. Why don't you relax and have another cup of tea? That'll help you get it together.
Upon relaxing and reflecting, it seems I was mistaken. Miss Hall was using this white service card. However, why do I feel like something is amiss? Should I should look over my evidence again.
Okay, so obviously I'm missing something here. Let's look at it. Oh, I think I get it. It's not the actual candy, it's that the tablecloth is blue instead of white. At least that's what I think. Let me try that now. And here's Miss Delicious, seemingly washing a bluish cloth in a panic. It's a bit darker, but if it's wet, it should be darker, so maybe there's a connection here. Let me try that again.
Eureka! Larry, there's something I want to ask you about your sketch.
Huh? You want to lecture on sketching from the famed Professor Laurice, do ya?
No, I just need to ask you something. The tablecloth in your sketch, are you sure it was light blue?
Yeah, my eyes never fail me.
But the one on the service card here is white, isn't it?
Dude, you're always so busy thinking with just your head that you miss the obvious.
What's that? What's with that look on your face?
When I drew that painting, I was using the card with a tea set on it, remember? Because I was tidying up the broken pottery shards.
That's not something to be proud of.
And right then, Katie came out of the Winter Palace. I had to hurry and hide the broken teapot so that she wouldn't notice it.
Oh shit. Is she the one that took the body out of there? It could be raised. Like it's I'm pretty sure that this is actually the lift trolley, especially since it can go up, which would make it look like a cart. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's that. What was in there though? I mean, the body would make the most sense, but I don't know. I'm still not sure on her motive. Since she was, I don't know, since it does seem like she loves Jeff Masters a lot. If she went there every day, and I don't know, she took it really hard when he got locked up, or at least, I don't know, maybe she's just a really good liar or actress.
Did you just say Miss Hall came out of the Winter Palace?
That's right, but this time she was pushing another service cart. And the tablecloth was light blue, just like how I drew it.
What did you do with that service card?
Beats me. She went into the summer palace with it, so I don't know. And when she came out, she was pushing the lift trolley.
Okay, yeah, so definitely something fucky.
The lift trolley?
When I called out to her, she was so surprised that she just left it there. She's so cute when she's shy.
Second service card and a lift trolley.
Maybe there were 2 tea sets along with 2 service cards.
I'll have to verify it with Miss Hall.
I doubt it. But let's see. Before I connect all the logic pieces, I am going to try and get everything else. So let's talk to her. true you keep 2 service cards on the premises?
Oui. Is there something wrong?
Earlier, I was looking at one of the sketches from that so-called artist, and I noticed that he had drawn the card's tablecloth light blue.
Light bleu? Are you sure you weren't mistaken, monsieur? I only ever use tablecloths that are pure white.
That's true. The tablecloth here doesn't have a single spot on it.
Oui, that's because I always change them immediately whenever they get dirty.
Did Larry really get that color wrong then? What were you doing when this sketch was drawn?
At that time, I was just doing my job as usual.
Then, could you tell me exactly what that work entails? What were you doing when you were drawn in this sketch? From the looks of the drawing, it doesn't seem like you were transporting the tea set.
This was when I was delivering chocolates to all the people in the investigation.
Ah, how nice! Chocolates! I wish I could have gotten some.
There are still a few left, so please eat these then. I made them myself, though it's possible they might not suit your taste.
Woohoo! Thank you so much.
Thank you. Perhaps it's because she had them in her pocket, but looks like they've melted a bit. Yeah, it's the same with the ones she gave Gregory and Ray 18 years ago. They were also kind of melted and fucked. Maybe that's part of, I don't know. There's something weird with that, but I can't think of a single thing. Only if she was in a really, like, hot room or something. All the rooms here have their temperature lowered. So it's kind of weird. Maybe it was just in her pocket. Again, kept inside her pocket so they have melted a little. I'm still not sure where would that come in.
The sweet goodness.
I'm happy to hear you say that.
These chocolates are a little misshapen, but I'm glad to get some sugar into my system. Although, they're a little too sweet for my taste. Okay, they're not minty or anything. So we got that too. I think we're done with Kitty for now. I think it's time to test our logic. So let's see how many pieces we got and which ones. Only 3. Okay, let me think about this. So we got the minty aroma. Normalium is a red liquid with minty aroma. Unfortunately, we haven't found anything with a minty aroma yet. Except maybe the tea from the morning, I'm not sure. Pots were switched. Larry switched the broken teapot with another pot. Smelled different from the tea we had this morning. Did something change? Oh, well this changed. Yeah, the teapots were switched. So that would explain maybe why the tea tasted different. Maybe the reason the Ceylon tea smelled different was because the pots had been switched.
Huh? Really?
The taste of the tea itself did not actually change after all. Let's go ask Miss Hall about it in more detail. Okay, let's. Miss Hall, was the reason the Ceylon tea smelled different because the pots were switched?
Oui, that's certainly possible.
It had a fresh minty aroma, not unlike that of Yuva tea. Minty aroma, there we go. There was normalium inside the teapot. So she's, Kate, unfortunately, as much as I like her, she's becoming more and more of a suspect. Got cucked over your expensive ass tea. Yeah, well, I bet we all know that feel.
Ah, I remember now. I prepared some mint tea yesterday. I'm sure that the aroma just happened to remain in the teapot.
She has a minty aroma because of different. Now she's lying. This is looking really bad for her. Man, I really did not want her to be guilty. Is that really all there is to it? Here we go. minty aroma was emanating from the pot Larry had replaced.
Miss Hall said the aroma was left over from the mint tea she prepared yesterday.
Indeed. She seemed less surprised to find out that Larry broke the teapot, and more surprised by the fact that the pots had been switched.
That's right. Normally, it would have been the reverse. A broken teapot is much more shocking.
She was probably trying to hide this teapot.
Hide the pot?
Yeah, you all know it. One of the characteristics of Normalium is the minty aroma. There's a possibility that she was hiding Normalium inside this teapot.
What? Inside the pot?
It is only a possibility for now, but it's one worth investigating. Mr. DeBest, I assume you haven't found the Normalium yet?
Huh?
Oh! Probably forgot that's what he was supposed to do.
I've had the entire art museum searched, but I haven't received any reports yet. What about you? Don't you have any ideas?
Only one.
I knew it. Nobody but me would be able to find... Wait, what? You have an idea where it is?
Indeed.
Then tell me!
It may have been in this teapot that Miss Hall had used.
Ooh, this teapot is pretty nice. It would make the perfect present for the best prosecutor.
It's not a present! It's an important piece of evidence!
Oh, it's just evidence. Then I guess I'll have forensics take a look at it.
Well then. How do you do that? Get him to salute just as he points at him.
Monsieur Edgeworth, is there something wrong with the teapot I used?
This teapot has a minty aroma to it. It's the same aroma as one of the two chemicals used to create the poison gas.
Monsieur Edgeworth, surely you don't mean... You suspect moi of having set off the poison gas?
I do. Setting up the poison gas trap in the Autumn Palace would have required some preparation. As the curator of this museum, you're the only one who could have prepared it in advance.
I wonder about that. Preparation for the opening of the museum took about a week, and I received help from both outsiders and Madame Delicia.
Okay, so maybe she has something to do with it. It still doesn't explain, like, Kate walking around with a cart in a suspicious manner. Maybe they're in on this together? Maybe Kate... I also think there's more to Miss Delicious than we seem to know right now. But I'm not sure who's in control here. If they're working together, or it's one against the other, or one using the other. I'm not sure right now.
I think there are people besides moi who are also suspicious.
Of course, Delicia is also under scrutiny.
Furthermore, I don't even know how to create something like poison gas. Even if you found Normalium in my teapot, there is no way I could have prepared the poison gas. Well then, I look forward to hearing the analysis results of the teapot.
Her excuse is that she doesn't know how to prepare the poison gas. Must find a way to shatter that excuse. We'll keep an eye out for it. Oh. This is Edgeworth.
It's Gumshoe, sir!
Did something happen?
Actually, right now all the investigators but me have left the Winter Palace. So I can finally tell you what we found.
It's not good for a detective to be leaking out information about the investigation, but...
His resourcefulness has saved me many times these past few days.
All of the sculptures in the Winter Palace have melted. There's still some liquid left in the cases, but there's less than the Gemini case and the Taurus case.
There's still liquid in the glass cases?
Yes, sir. We just investigated the light blue liquid a moment ago.
Light blue liquid?
We only detected sugar in the Taurus case, but for some reason, in the Gemini case, we detected 3 different substances.
3 substances?
They consisted of sugar, salt, and blood.
Blood? Blood and salt were detected in the Gemini case?
I wonder whose blood it could have been. I've asked forensics to look into it, sir.
Right. I leave it to you, Detective.
That reminds me, the forensics investigating the fountain patio contacted me. It seems the sugar found in the fountain matches that found in the light blue liquid.
Oh, that sounds like valuable information. I like that we don't have to go and investigate for ourselves after they're done, but Gumshoe just gives us the bottom line, which is great. Is that all the new information you have for me?
Now that you mention it, we found a rainbow light device in there too.
The device was used to disguise the Autumn Palace. It seems the device that was used in the IS-7 incident is also connected to this one. The technology for lightning, for rainbow lights, really not developed at all in the last 18 years. Or maybe they're just, I don't know, cutting costs. I should listen to what Alicia has to say about that.
I'll have to go back to investigating now, sir. When we get the results of the blood test, I'll let you know right away.
Yes. Thank you, Detective.
Was that Gummy calling? That sure was a long call.
But thanks to him, we now have an important piece of information.
Huh?
In order to break Miss Hall's alibi, I need to talk to everyone involved in the IS-7 incident. Okay, well I guess we know who to start with. Delicia, would you be willing to aid us in the investigation?
Yes, see? Of course. Anything for Marty and Cathay. I'll listen to whatever you have to say.
I was wondering if you could stop calling me Miley.
Stop calling me Cathay. Fine. That's out of the question. I can't just change a name I've already decided on. Even if we ask her, she won't listen to what we have to say at all.
Okay. Yeah, sure, let's do both of these, then maybe present her the rainbow light machine. Do you know anything about the decorations that are used in this museum? Specifically, the fluorescent cloths in a special device called a rainbow light device. Oh, I guess I don't need to show it to her.
Yes, see? Of course I do. Because they are presents that I gave to Katie. As an apology for breaking the rules 18 years ago. I gave her 4 new rock salt lamps and the 4 fluorescent cloths I used in the contest. Wow! That sounds nice! Fluorescent cloths and rock salt lamps. Ha ha ha! Seems like only us guys can understand how wonderful they are.
That's a cool thing to say, Miss Delicious. I like them too, you know.
Fine! That was back when Ray Ray was still a cute little boy. Back when Mr. Shields was a cute little boy? can't even imagine it.
Were they the same decorations you saw 18 years ago?
Probably. The rock-solid lamp, the cloth, and the rainbow light device. They all seem the same.
4 fluorescent cloths were used in the Autumn Palace. But I have the feeling I saw one more of the same cloth.
It's true. Look, I've got the proof right here in my bag.
What's she searching for?
Not this.
Oh, she had the chocolates. She had this.
Not this either.
I remember seeing cloth like that recently. Let's show Delicia and have her confirm my suspicions.
Okay, if you say so, Edgy. Talk to her about the gas after that.
Wasn't there a dirty rag in your bag that looked similar to this?
Fine. I'm not going to give you any information to someone who calls it a dirty rag.
Then, would it be better if I called it a washcloth?
Fine! Wrong again! It's a fluorescent cloth! Ah, oopsie. That was supposed to be a secret.
Please tell me all you know about this fluorescent cloth.
Well, maybe the cloth first.
Please tell me the reason why you hid this cloth.
Oh, well, I guess I have no choice since the cat's out of the bag. I found this cloth floating in the fountain.
Really? Oh, actually we have a painting to kind of prove it. Maybe, unless she was washing it. But we can't prove otherwise. Where's that? Oh, there it is. Yeah, she's either washing it or taking it out. It's kind of weird anyway.
Right after that, I was called to the Autumn Palace.
So that's the moment Clary captured his in his so-called sketch of beauties.
At first, I thought one of the fluorescent cloths I'd given Katie had washed away.
But didn't you only give 4 fluorescent cloths as a present to this museum?
There were 4 fluorescent cloths covering the sculptures in the Autumn Palace, right? So, that's when I realized. This was the cloth that went missing 18 years ago.
Oh, yeah, the cloth that was covering the body. Huh. Well, it makes sense, I suppose, that it would turn up at the same time as the body, but still. Really weird.
The poison gas broke out because someone had stolen my Megatoxin X. So I thought the fluorescent cloth had also been used for the crime. I was afraid I'd be suspected, so I didn't say anything about it to anyone.
I see.
But I sure feel a lot better after talking about it. Stress isn't good for your figure, after all.
18 years ago, the cloth that was wrapped around the body went missing. Who would have thought it would turn up in the fountain along with the body?
Data updated. Okay. Very odd. Does that mean that maybe he was dead and just like kept somewhere in I don't know, in cryo storage or something?
I'd like to ask you something, since you're a pharmacist. Exactly how would one gain the knowledge required to set off poison gas?
Oh, that's basic knowledge for any pharmacist acquainted with Megatoxin X. It even says on the warning label, danger, do not danger, do not mix with normalium.
Is Kirby looking as chef? Yeah, she does. Come to think about it, she does look like fucking Kirby. I think she's like 70 or something. Like she's I think she supposedly like looks very young to her age, or she looks very Kirby to her age at least.
Then, is there another way for someone who isn't a pharmacist to obtain that information?
Well, it might be possible if they've seen the angel's recipe.
Oh, wasn't that interesting? Someone who's seen the angel's recipe. So that might have been someone who left these finger marks on the frame that was around the angel's recipe. Very interesting. The recipe book that was the grand prize of the contest 18 years ago.
Since it also contained the recipe to prepare Megatoxin X.
Is that so? Very interesting. So that's definitely how she could have learned about it, but we can't prove it yet, I think.
Does this mean that you've also seen the contents of the angel's recipe?
You see, that's a given, of course. The pharmaceutical company I work for is the Master Group. It's a company that makes the Cold Killer X medicine.
Cold Killer X. The cold medicine that promises to kill colds good.
After Jeffy got declared guilty, the company took back the recipe book. However, only a small group of elite pharmacists have been allowed to see it, though.
So this woman is also a part of that small group of elite pharmacists. Interesting. I think that's all I got for now to ask her. Got the liquid analysis, that doesn't really help me here. Maybe the chocolate since she had some, but like she and Kate are friends, so it kind of makes sense. I'm gonna try anyway.
You see, that's Katie's chocolates, right? They seem to have melted a bit, though. Not eating them when they look their best is rude to the chocolate, Miley.
No, they had already melted when I got them.
Maybe Miley's hands got hotter when he received sweets from a sweetie.
Kay! I beg of you, please don't steal her manner of speech. Oh boy. Okay, so, I think we're done with her. Delicia. Who else was part of that case? Around here? Well, Ray, obviously. And I think then we'll just have to talk to Katia. There's not many other people around here. Catherine Hall. Mr. Shields, could you tell me what kind of person Miss Hall is?
Miles, don't tell me. You're also interested in Katie.
No.
Well, all joking aside, all Uncle Ray can say is, Kate I know is a truly admirable woman. For 18 years she has always wanted to remain here and wait for Master's return. However, she was driven out of the mansion by Master's relatives.
What? She was driven out of the mansion?
That's because Kate isn't related by blood to Mr. Master. With no family, and her job taken from her, she could only live on with the song and dance that Mr. Master had taught her. Well, she's now retired as a world-famous actress, though.
When did she retire?
She had already saved up enough money to buy this mansion. It seems she even got back the angel's recipe that had been taken by the Master Group.
Oh, well there we go. That's all the proof we needed, I think.
This mansion, where she lived with Mr. Master, had been everything to her. She probably just wanted to take back everything that she lost.
It seems that Mr. Shields sympathizes with Miss Hall. But you could also say that her actions have taken away everything Mr. Master had.
Okay, so yeah, that was very interesting. I think we can combine those two pieces of logic now. What Kate did, and continue the book, right? Yep, and we know that she got it back, so that's gotta prove it. The method used to set off the poison gas is explained in the angel's recipe. And the current owner of the ancient angel's recipe is Miss Hall.
So, that means...
Indeed. It means that it is possible she knew how to set off the poison gas. With this, we can expose her lies for what they are. Investigation complete. Nice. Full HP. Okay. So, I think since we completed the investigation and my time is up, I think this is the best possible time to stop for now. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, as always, at least as much as I did. I will be back tomorrow, same time as today. You can check the schedule if you want to see what time is it for you locally. There's a North American and a European version. The music? Which? Oh, the one for the investigation. Okay. Yeah, because of the baseline, I can sort of get what you're saying. No problem, DBK. My pleasure. So like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. Remember that if you haven't done so already, you can feel free to follow me on Twitch and Twitter and Steam to get notifications whenever I start, so you don't miss anything. And you can also get notification. And you can also follow me on Twitch and YouTube to watch my past broadcasts of this game and many others. So that's it, guys. Thanks again. Take care, everybody. Have a great week. And stick around. There might be another stream soon after me, hopefully. So, Marco.